How are you? How are you? How's your mom and them? Everybody good back home? Huh? How's Junior? Huh? How's all the dogs? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get. Hi. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Friday. Hi, Diane. Now, so as you well know, I love to come in on Friday. Obviously, we study politics. We listen to every word, every single word. We take sentences, we break them down. I have English teachers, especially one I remember very well in the 10th grade, that would I don't know if the guy died, but he would be like right now, I know you didn't just say you take sentences and break them down. I know you didn't say that. But anyhow, we do. We take sentences, we break them down. We listen to every word. We try to pick up clues. On Friday, I like a slow Friday where we can have fun. But it seems like it just seems like last Friday, I think we were on here playing Juan Jeffrey videos. And I do think the Republicans, I told you this early on, I do think the Republicans jumped out into the lead, okay? Like when you come out of the gate and you're the horse and you come out of the gate, you hope to be able to jump out into the lead. And I think Republicans did this in the whole world of shutdown. I think they jumped out in the lead. And things turned another direction. Oh, by the way. All right, so we have a lot to go over. And once again, America is trying to figure out what's going on with their favorite bleached, blonde, Jewish, space laser, QAnon, MAGA girl, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I said that because you don't know on what day. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene has gone from Jewish space lasers. Now, no joke, I'm not attacking MTG, but she's gone from she's gone from Nancy Pelosi would not seat her for any committee assignments. Remember, the first 2 years MTG is in Congress, it was just free time. I mean, she got suspended from class and she went to the Breakfast Club and she had 2 years just to go say what she wanted. 0 committee assignments. Remember that? So we have gone from Marjorie Taylor Greene having no committee assignments. We've gone from every article starting out about Marjorie Taylor Greene with QAnon to, well, I'll show you in a minute. They're loving her right now. So, not to go backwards, but I will tell you this, and I always have Diane to back me up. Now, that's a chance I'm willing to take, because trust me, she would say, she would just say, I don't remember that. I'd be like, wow, you don't remember that? But a long time ago, over the show, this is why I ask you to watch the show and you got to stay with it. A long time ago, I told you that they were working on normalizing Marjorie Taylor Greene. They were working on making her more acceptable bringing her into line. I have tape a year now. I have tape a year now where I told you they were demagifying America. So we'll get into that. Anyhow, by the way, did you know, number 91, that Letitia James got indicted? I'm waiting on them to get indicted. All right. I really am. I want Morning Joe and Minka to get indicted. You know, Minka could do a No More Tears shampoo commercial because she can't blink. I don't know. I'll say all the things today I probably shouldn't say. But there you go. Grand jury indicts Letitia James. Well, hell, you say. But never fear. She gonna stand. The sister. Why can't I say that? I've had people say, well, you can't say that. Wait a minute, you can say that and I can't. The sister, she gonna stand on faith. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she gonna be on church this Sunday. Video 22.
Retribution at any cost. I'm a proud woman of faith. And I know that faith and fear cannot share the same space. And so today I'm not fearful. I'm fearless. And as my faith teaches me, no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
About then, I'm hearing the organ play in the black church. I got my faith. Ooh, sister got faith. Nothing can come against me. Right? Why has it got to be a black church? You can't say that. Okay, since I cannot say that, I will move right along. But I said it anyway. So, Letitia James has been indicted. I like this. Now, Trump, number 92, is planning a trip to Egypt, right? And so we can't send, and we're going to get into this morning, we can't send troops to Chicago. Now, I know I already could feel it coming. I can always feel the vibe through the camera. Well, you got to understand the Constitution. You got to understand the Constitution. So, 93, we're going to send 200 troops. Now, we have judges, activist judges, that are running a judicial insurrection. You got to be careful when you say that, right? Right, Chuck Schumer? You got to be careful, right, Chuck Schumer, when you say insurrection? Got to be careful, right? We have a judicial insurrection in this country happening right now. He can't send the troops to Chicago. They are there. He can't nationalize the National Guard, but we can send 200 troops to Israel to monitor. This bugs me. I'm gonna hold this one. This bugs me. But I will say this. Why do you think now, of all times, that Benjamin Netanyahu, I want you to hold this picture. Why do you think now, of all times, Benjamin Netanyahu is ready to accept this deal? Let me add a little bit onto that. Now, give me number 72, and then we want to come back to this one. I have spoke to several people. I spoke to someone that just returned from Israel, and they love Trump. He's bringing them home. They do. In Israel, they love Trump. There's flags everywhere of Trump. they chant his name. That's not a joke. I'm not joking around. They love the guy over there. Trump has like a 96% or a 94% approval rating over there. So let me say this. Here's what I think. This is not reported because, many people won't step out and report something like this. Go back to the other one. My opinion is the only reason that Benjamin Netanyahu is ready to make the move now after 2 years. You do know after the war, Trump might have a 96 approval rating over there, but they still want to put Benjamin Netanyahu in jail. You do know right before October 7th, 2 years ago, Benny was on his way to 3 hots and a cot. Yeah. He was on his way to jail right before October 7th, 2 years ago. Right before the flying monkeys on the bicycles came in and attacked. Right? I'm not joking around. I'm serious. He was on his way to jail. Now, my opinion, here's my opinion, is Trump has told him, I have no evidence of this. I want to be very clear in this statement. But my opinion is, I want 105 and then back to him. This is my opinion on the peace deal. My opinion, first of all, I know. I mean, it's like every time I turn around, I'm edging on ending my career. But I am not a Jared Kushner fan. I'm not. I'm not. Jared Kushner is a very quiet guy, but he has obtained millions, billions. I don't know. Next thing you know, he'll be up to the trillions. But I'm not real keen on the guy. But you see, there's Witkoff and there's Kushner over there working out the 20-point plan. Now go back to Trump. Here's my impression, and I don't do an impression of President Trump, but here's my impression. Look, BB, we're going to make the deal, right? It's going to be done. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a big deal. It's going to be the big, beautiful deal when I get done. Gaza's going to be great. People are going to want a vacation on the Mediterranean, all because of me. But I know you're headed to jail, all right? I know you're headed to jail. I will get you out. Your people like me. They don't like you, BB. BB, they don't like you, but they do like me. And because I have a 94% approval rating, as soon as they try to put you in jail, I will go and appeal to them and say, please do not put him in jail. And that's the deal I'm making. That's what I truly think. I truly think the only thing separating Benjamin Netanyahu from going to prison very soon is the guy next to him, Donald J. Trump. Give me number 103. I'm not in favor of sending 200 troops to Gaza. No, I'm not. But we'll leave that hanging for just a minute. Now, let me say this. And I'm going to take a break because I'm going to come back. We're going to box this together. I'm hearing people continue to say civil war. Now, Burns, was his name Burns? Who was the guy that did the documentary on the Civil War? Some of you don't like him, a little too liberal or whatever. You don't want civil war. You don't want that. But there is a group that is pushing this country for it. And it's not MAGA. MAGA's not pushing for civil war. It's mayors and governors of blue states working with the deep state to try to get you and I to react. But I'm hearing way too many calls on civil war, and we're going to talk about that. You don't want civil war in this country. You've got to go back. Even if you're in Yerba Linda, California, and you don't understand where we're at, you got to go back, pay attention to the Civil War, the kids, the thousands murdered on the soil of this country. I don't even want to talk about it. You don't want civil war, but it's being talked about and it's being pushed. Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you got to pay attention to this for a reason, because I told you the space laser. Now, remember yesterday, I showed you this right here, where even Jimmy Kimmel, right? Remember yesterday? I had it here somewhere, Diane. Even Jimmy Kimmel is saying, okay, wait, give me number 18. Number 18. Jimmy Kimmel praises Republican. Jimmy Kimmel shocks himself with massive backflip to support MTG megastar. Now, give me video 26.
Morning Joe will be right back.
There is a new Democrat that's been elected that does deserve to be sworn in. If it's to avoid the discharge petition, why drag this out? That is going to have 218 signatures. And so I say go ahead and do it and get it over with. Prices have not come down. That is a reality. People's wages have not gone up. That's another reality. And so Americans are continuing to have a very difficult time getting by.
That's Marjorie Taylor Greene. Keep that up, or you'll be dancing with Bad Bunny at the halftime show.
Just saying. She's gone from Jewish space lasers to QAnon. Give me video 28 before we go to break here. Video 28.
How did we go from this to this?
I'm not some sort of blind slave to the president, and I don't think anyone should be. I serve in Congress. We are a separate branch of the government, and I'm not elected by the president. I'm not elected by anyone that works in the White House. I'm elected by my district. That's who I work for. And I got elected without the president's endorsement. And, you know, I think that has served me really well.
Mega MAGA loyalist Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene has once again broken from her own party, kind of a new trend, in an ongoing standoff over the government shutdown that most Republicans have repeatedly called a Democrat shutdown. MTG has actually sided with Democrats in calling for an extension of the Affordable Care Act subsidies and been very critical of the shutdown.
I don't see why the government needs to be shut down. I really don't. I believe that if Republicans learn to govern and wield power, they can use the nuclear option in the Senate. They can open up the government. We can get back to work for the American people, and Republicans can solve this problem.
Now, in a long post on X, she also said the following, quote, "When the tax credits expire this year, my own children's insurance premiums for 2026 are going to double, along with all the wonderful families and the hardworking people in my district. Not a single Republican leadership talked to us about this or has given us a plan to help Americans," end quote. Like I said, this is actually not the first time she has publicly spoken about the Trump administration. It really broke with them. Remember, she zeroed in on the DOJ's handling of the Epstein files, and she was not happy.
The truth needs to come out, and the government holds the truth. The cases that are sealed hold the truth. Jeffrey Epstein's estate holds the truth. The FBI, the DOJ, and the CIA holds the truth. And the truth
we are demanding come out.
Yeah, that was Marjorie Taylor Greene. And back in June, she denounced Trump's decision to attack Iran's nuclear facilities, again posting on X, quote, "It feels like a complete bait and switch to please the beacons, the warmongers, military-industrial complex contracts, and neocon TV personalities that MAGA hates and who were never Trumpers." End tweet. I mean, this for me is a wow. Here we are with the cracks growing between ex-Trump super loyalist Marjorie Taylor Greene. She called Trump, she was his biggest fan in Congress, and the GOP. So the question is, what could they break on next? Could healthcare actually be the thing that causes a real rift, a true break within the MAGA party? We'll soon find out. I thought you should know.
Just saying. Pay attention. Pay attention. Is MTG their kryptonite? Is she getting even? Is she setting herself up to run for governor of Georgia? Is she setting herself up for a 2028 presidential run? Is she saying, why are you not looking at me as a VP for J.D. Vance? I'll tell you this much. She's saying a hell of a lot. And you better pay attention. Now, when we return, remember yesterday, price of gold, precious metals, number 7, right? $4,000 an ounce. So I called my my guy yesterday, number 27. I called my guy. I got a guy. You got a guy? I got a guy. I called my guy and I said, put my grill on hold. Put it on hold. Can't afford it. I'm going to have to wait before I get a grill. I was so looking forward to it. Shiny on the camera. But with that, all right, so I know I'm not going to do a sports segment. I know you can't stand when I do that, but give me number 38, right? 38. Bada bing, bada boom. The most exciting rookies in the NFL, bringing it, right? Scatterboo and Jackson Dart. Exciting. The Giants opened a can of whoop your keister on the Philadelphia Eagles last night. Oh, by the way, the Philadelphia Phillies lost too. Woo. Right? Anyhow, give me number 17. Is it? No, 37. 37. Scatterboo. Those guys are playing football. And it's actually making the NFL fun to watch some of these players and some of these rookies. Anyhow, let's take our break. We'll come back. Letitia James has been indicted. President Trump did not get the Nobel Peace Prize. And they're playing basketball, the NBA, over in China. After these brief messages.
Chevrolet in Jasper. It's last call. Your last chance to save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss last call and save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Day Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
And we're back. We're back in 3, 2, 1. Here we are live. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. It's Friday. You know what? I like okay, boom, slow down, stop. Look and listen. Thank you. I don't even know if I've said that enough this week, because Diane and I both, and my research, and you have sent me so much that I've got to study this weekend. And there's things you sent me last night, some of you, that I haven't opened up, but I haven't fully digested all the information. That being said, thank you. Thank you for the text messages offering help. And you guys know who you are. Thank you for, I got a text message yesterday. Look, I could keep an eye on this. I help you guys any way I can. And that just means so much to me and this program and the team here. We appreciate it. Now, don't forget, right down there's a QR code. That's our phone number. That's our email address. You could donate. Now, we appreciate everything you're doing. Research department, wanting to help work on some things, but you can donate. Diane and I had a meeting yesterday. We do that maybe once every 3 weeks, couple weeks, and we were discussing the broadcast computer has a little age on it, and we were discussing it's running fine. She has her own studio set up, but we were discussing, we have to start thinking about the next broadcast computer that she's going to have, and they're a little expensive. Just saying, this is the part I'm no good at. I've been in sales and marketing my whole entire life, and I used to go out and sell millions of dollars worth of products. Really, I did. I have been in some of the largest boardrooms in the United States, met with some top CEOs years ago, and sold a lot of products. But when it comes to this program, I separate myself so much from telling you no one can buy a narrative on the program. You can't buy a narrative. You can't buy an interview. I have politicians. You don't see a lot of politicians, because I will tell you now, no matter what they say to you out there, most politicians now, their team, you either do the interview in their direction or they don't do it. So with me trying to make sure I separate myself from this, it's probably the thing I should do more of, but don't do enough of. You can donate to the show. I mean, $5, $10, $5,000, $10,000, $250,000, whatever you got laying around. Anyhow, moving right along. So I know, good morning, Diane. I know that I'm already this far into the show, and someone is absolutely yelling out there, I can't believe you are 8:34 in the morning and you have not put this up, number 42, right? That Dominion voting machines have been purchased, right? Okay, so former GOP election official buys Dominion voting systems, says he'll push for paper ballots. Now, what's interesting is the Nobel Peace Prize. So we'll get into this. Give me number 53. I can't believe we're already 8:34 in the morning. You don't even bring this up. Look, I thought to myself, I cannot believe, and I'm serious, that the Nobel Peace Prize, I thought I had it here, but it's I don't really need it. 59 Dominion voting sold to a company run by ex-GOP election official. Now, moving right along, 59, is it a coinkydink? That's a coincidence in the real world. Is it a coinkydink that the Nobel Committee announced Peace Prize winner as, Donald Trump missed out on the Peace Prize and it went to this lady here? Give me number 107 or 108. CNN. Let me just throw this up. CNN sitting there this morning, 5 a.m., corner of the screen, 5 a.m. And they are waiting, knowing Donald Trump's not getting the Nobel Peace Prize, for the Nobel Peace Prize committee to come out and make that was the top news, the big announcement. And the Nobel Peace Prize went, now you can't make this up, 107, to this lady in Venezuela. Yeah, I'm just saying lady in Venezuela. All right, that flickered. I hope we didn't lose internet there. Diane, you're going to have to tell me if we're still running because my power just flicked on and off. And if it went down, let me know. But that being said, all right, right there. Hold on. I'm going to make sure. Got a message here. Make sure everything. Okay. Machado, opposition leader who fought for free and fair elections. And I just thought to myself, Venezuela fought for free and fair elections, Dominion voting machines on the same day. I'm like, so you could get the Nobel Peace. Now, they went on, CNN went on 8 or 9 minutes about this lady and her courage. And I thought to myself, so you can win the Nobel Peace Prize for calling out, wanting to save democracy, calling out corruption in elections? I was just thinking, I mean, then I'm up for a Nobel Peace Prize. I think I'm up for one, right? Not just Trump, to hell. Not Trump. I'm up for a Nobel. I mean, you can't make this up. So anyhow, so I'm listening to that. Then I want to give a shout out. And before I go into Virginia and New Jersey, because we have to restore confidence, and not just confidence, we have to restore integrity, accuracy, everything about our election system. 73, President Trump giving a shout out here. This is something else. I want to do this on elections. We're going to get to, Marjorie Taylor Greene momentarily, but this is New Hampshire, right? And we'll give Seth Kessel a thumbs up here because President Trump put this out. New Hampshire, change in party registration. Now, we don't know that in Georgia. And I'm going to go over this in the Georgia Hour also, because we have wanted our primaries closed. This is where this is working for Republicans. Closed primaries. I can give you the whole list. This is New Hampshire. New Hampshire, since the 2024 election, Republican registration is up 10,919. I can't go through all of them. Yesterday, I told you this. I told you this yesterday. Number 74, California. Republican registrations up 173,821. I believe we have been winning California elections. I do. I believe we have been winning California elections. Now, I don't want to federalize our elections. I'll just say that. We can cut through that comment on a different day. But if we get voter ID, get rid of the no excuse absentee ballot, get rid of the mail-in ballot system they have. I mean, the list goes on. Ranked choice voting. Get rid of that nonsense. You will see. I think we have been winning California elections. I really do. They're up. New Jersey, right? Since 2024, Republican registration in New Jersey is up 50,699. Since September of 2025, it's up another 6,757. Now, the thing about that is we are looking at closed primaries. Now, it's very upsetting, and I don't want to lose my temper on a Friday. I'm really serious. I don't want to lose my temper on a Friday because, one, I'm going into the weekend. Two, it's October, and I'm going into the weekend. Three, I have a big surprise for you Monday morning. Yes, a big surprise Monday morning. Boom, there's the big surprise. And it's not LeBron James kind of surprise. Don't go there. Now, in Georgia, we have open primaries because we actually in Georgia want to do everything we can to see if we can get as many Democrats elected across the state. Oh, you're calling those Republicans? All right, anyhow, closed primaries. Now, I want to go here. We have two coming up, two elections. Take that down. I'm going to run a couple clips. If we can retain the Virginia governor's mansion, now I'm not for sure on it. Polling data has tightened up, but that is always done on purpose. It's always on purpose because, believe it or not, the majority of people start paying attention the closer you get to an election. You and I pay attention every single day, right? And I pay attention every second my eyes are open, I'm paying attention to something. But the American people in general don't pay attention until it gets close to the election. That's one reason you see polls tighten up. You see another reason polls tighten up because they don't want a Democrat to look as though they've got this enormous lead and they could stay home. No big deal. They're winning anyway. I heard it on TV. So they got to tighten up to keep enthusiasm on both sides. They tighten up so Democrats or Republicans or anyone on the upside doesn't feel like, oh, well, we don't have to go. They tighten up so the other side feels like we have a chance. So it's all, to me, it's polling is all a mental manipulation of what an outcome could look like if you vote or don't vote. Actually, that was pretty coherent. I should save that. Now, so there you go. Now, last night in New Jersey, Chitterelli, 2 nights ago, final Jack Chitterelli, the guy that loves a good pork roll, the guy that says that New Jersey girls don't like to pump gas. That's the guy. Hey, you know that? In New Jersey, there's no self-service? Yeah. They asked that question in the debate the other night. And that's actually a big issue. In the state of New Jersey, you stop to get gas. Somebody comes out and says, hey, how much? And they pump it. Absolutely. You don't get out of the car. Not in New Jersey. It's against the law. Self-service gas stations. Still to this day. And their gas is cheaper, believe it or not, than most areas of the country. Moving right along from your update on Jersey Fuel Report. The other night they had a debate up there, and Jack Ciattarelli looks like he could pull this off with Mikey Sherrill, the Democrat. Now, go down to Virginia. I don't think Winsome Sears, the lieutenant governor of Virginia on the Republican side, is the strongest candidate, but it has tightened up. It's tightened up. And what I'm understanding in Virginia is the rural vote. You got to understand, in Virginia, we start scratching your head like, what happened? Northern Virginia up to D.C., the Obama years, go do your own research for 8 years. The Barack Obama years, that was the fastest growing region, not because it wasn't Texas and the oil fields, it wasn't fracking out in PA and out west. No. It wasn't oil in the Dakotas. No. It was government in Northern Virginia was the fastest growing segment and population, income. Democrats, Barack Obama did it to take over Virginia. So that is hard to overcome. Rural Virginia has to come out really enormous. Rural Virginia. So I want to give you a couple from last night. Remember, Jay Jones is running for attorney general, right? And last night, they would not, no matter what, the Democrat Spanberger would not condemn him. In no way whatsoever would she condemn him. I thought I had give me number 56. So we had a little bit of fire last night. I want to play a couple clips, and I think we got to bring in, and I'm going to give you an election in Georgia really quick while I'm at it for nationally. So let's go to, I hope I don't have duplicates here, but let's go ahead to video 3, Diane.
Well, I think as everybody knows, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian before I'm a Republican, and I'm required to forgive people. And it's hard sometimes when somebody has abused you, etc., but it's something you must do, because not to forgive is almost like, as someone said, you drink poison thinking that it's going to affect the other person. And I want to live a decent life, and I don't want to not have peace in my life. And so as I've said before, I would not say that. So that's why I'm wondering why my opponent won't say, beyond it's abhorrent and disgusting, why she won't say it is not okay and that he must leave the race, because Jay Jones advocated the murder, Abigail, the murder of a man, a former speaker, as well as his children who were 2 and 5 years old. You have little girls. What would it take him pulling the trigger? Is that what would do it? And then you would say he needs to get out of the race? Abigail, you have nothing to say? Abigail, what if he said it about your 3 children? Is that when you would say he should get out of the race, Abigail? You're running to be governor.
Abigail didn't say jack. Tim Kaine, the senator, he said, look, I still support him. Warner, the senator from Virginia. No one, Democrats have advocated this violence. It seems like just yesterday we were upset as a nation that someone could assassinate someone with 2 small children. I mean, I'm serious. It seems like it wasn't a month ago that someone was assassinated that has 2 small children, And the whole nation is in an uproar, not because they're Democrat, not because they're Republican, because we have to turn down the violence. We all have to condemn it. Abigail Spanberger just stood there. Nothing. Cold as ice. Cold as ice. Give me video 8.
In the Youngkin administration policy requiring boys and girls to use bathrooms aligning with their biological sex. You have 30 seconds.
My priority would be to ensure that local communities, importantly parents and teachers and educators, are able to work together to meet the unique needs of each school and each community. And that is important. And I say that as a mother of 3 daughters in Virginia public schools.
Exactly.
And as someone who used to investigate crimes against children. The way that we keep our children safe is by ensuring they are safe in schools, which includes funding law enforcement and public safety.
But Ms. Spanberger, the question was, would you rescind the Youngkin administration policy requiring boys and girls to use bathrooms aligning with their biological sex? You have 15 seconds to clarify that question.
Yes. And my answer is that in each local community, decisions should be made between parents and educators and teachers in each community. It shouldn't be dictated by politicians.
That Spanberger, I mean, I have to tell you, I sure hope. I think Winsome Sears did a great job last night. Jack Chittarelli did a great job the other night. You should hear about Jack Chittarelli in New Jersey, his plan for small business startups in New Jersey. It was absolutely amazing what he's offering to start a small business, not a foreign corporation, a small business, a guy in a pickup truck, a lady in a pickup truck, a lady in a delivery car. It doesn't matter. It was amazing. But anyhow, Spanberger, let's keep going. I don't know what all I have here. I had 3 or 4 clips. I don't know if I have them in order, Diane. I want to go back to video 10. And again, I don't know if this is a duplicate, but run video 10.
So we know that biological men are larger in strength than women. We understand this. This is biology. If you look at football teams, you can see the difference between males and females. This is not hard. And that's why I'm asking my opponent, if your little girl comes home and said she was forced to undress in a locker room with a biological boy, what would you say? She's crying. What would you say? Are you not going to answer?
That's not Spanberger. That's Iceberger. That's Iceberger right there, boy. Cold as ice. Woo, woo, woo. I'll tell you, she's cold. That girl is cold. Yes, she's cold. That's Iceberger, not Spanberger. Wow, that woman is cold. All right, I don't know if this is a duplicate. Like I said, I just got to give me video 11.
Thank you, Ms. Spanberger. I didn't hear an answer there on the endorsement issue, so I want to just make sure. Will you continue to endorse Jay Jones to be the next Attorney General of Virginia? And were you aware of these text messages before they released? You have 30 seconds.
In fact, it appears that it was those who released the text messages and held them for years. So the public was unaware who had knowledge of these text messages for many years.
What did you do about it?
I learned of these text messages the day that they came out, and I denounced them as soon as I learned of them.
She denounces murder.
And importantly, at this point, as we move forward, the voters now have this information that was withheld for them.
You're running to
presumably for political reasons. But the voters now have the information, and it is up to voters to make an individual choice based on this information.
Ms. Spanberger, I understand what you're saying about the voters, but for you yourself, do you still continue to endorse Jay Jones? 15 seconds, yes or no?
We are all running our individual races. I believe my opponent has said that about her lieutenant governor nominee. And it's up to every person to make their own decision. I am running my race to serve Virginia, and that is what I intend to do.
Thank you, Ms. Spanberger. We just want to clarify, what you're saying is that as of now, you still endorse Jay Jones as Attorney General.
I'm saying as of now, it's up to every voter to make their own individual decision. I am running for governor. I am accountable for the words that I say, for the acts that I take, for the policies that I have put out.
Thank you.
I am responsible for the policies I put out and the work I will endeavor to do tirelessly for the people of Virginia.
Thank you, Ms. Spanberger.
Ditto Iceberger, she's not taking that endorsement back. I mean, she has small children. She wants to be governor. You remember when Democrats, Amy Klobuchar, is that her name? You remember when every time she opens her mouth, she talks about the lady that was murdered in her home? The Speaker of the State House of Minnesota, I'm sorry not to be disrespectful, that is horrific. The lady that is Speaker, right? Democrats, that's what they want to talk about, right? Lady is the Minnesota State House Speaker, is murdered in her home with her husband. Charlie Kirk has 2 little children assassinated, right? This lady has 3 little children. Jay Jones put out text messages that implied you shoot someone, hey, and let's get the little kids too. And she will not denounce it. Democrats will not denounce it and will not remove their endorsement. Give me one. I don't know what this one is. This one, I'm drawing a blank here, but I'm going to roll it. Video 9.
Important that we have transparency and that there is a clear market in order to be enforced, because it is in the absence of an open and clear and extraordinarily transparent market that law enforcement is not able to...
I don't even know what you're saying.
Ms. Spanberger, your time is up. Now we'll go to Ms. Earl Sears on this issue.
She was asked a question. I can't go into detail in the interest of time. And Winsome Sears said, you don't even know what you're saying. I got to give it to her. Winsome Sears did a good job last night. Jack Chitterelli did a really good job the other night in New Jersey. We have 2 races on the ballot in November in Georgia. Their PSC, our Public Service Commission. People may think, well, that's not a big deal. These are governor. If the Democrats take Virginia, if they take New Jersey, I think we could pull it off, or they take one of 2 in Georgia. Watch what happens after that. So that being said, Dominion voting machines. Interesting. All right, we're going to take a break. We do know Letitia James has been indicted. We know she always going to stand on her faith. And when we come back, I want to touch on that Civil War thing that has me upset with Antifa and what's going on in Chicago. I want to touch on that. And then I think I really do want to wrap up some MTG, because you're about to have some things. I think she's up to something. Take a break.
Chevrolet in Jasper. It's last call. Your last chance to save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss last call and save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
You know, when a thought, if you're new to the show, you know when a thought crosses your mind, especially if you're I may say it. I just may say it. I mean, I am so tired of the disrespect of the good people. Moving right along. Well, you'll have to tune into the Georgia Hour to figure out what has got me. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics, a voice of ruralamerica.com. I want to do 2 brief segments. All right? Because one, it's Friday, and I've decided on Friday, no matter what's going on in the world, I'm happy about a peace deal, that I want to do something enjoyable, funny, that the world's not coming to an end by noon. I'm serious. So I've decided that. I've made a firm decision. Now, I want to do 2 very quick things. I'm hearing civil war. I'm just hearing it. I don't like it. All right. I just don't like, every time I turn around, I am hearing this. Now, number 20. So what is happening? A friend of mine called me yesterday and said, you got to pay attention to this. And I agree. Oh, by the way, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. So I agree, but my friend pushed like, no, I'm telling you, you got to pay 100% attention to this. I said, okay, all right already. It really didn't go that way. But so I said, all right, I'll pay attention to it, because they were over the top. I said, okay, I got it. So Antifa, which we know. Now, I want to tell you, keep this in mind. Antifa, Chicago, sanctuary cities, 30 million coming across the border, drugs, ICE agents, ICE agents, illegal, trying to remove illegals, cartels set up in all 50 states now, everything. Always remember, when you get up in the morning, like Trump, dislike Trump, the Ukraine war, October 7th, 2 years ago, attack in Israel, the failed exit from Afghanistan. Just keep in mind, every single thing was laid on the Resolute desk in front of Donald Trump when he got there. In fact, I don't know, like, and there's days I don't know why he wanted the job. Now, you can send troops in, and this gets really, and I was looking for yesterday, how can I convey this? Now, you and I know that all the protests throughout the past, we have pallets of bricks that are delivered. If we need to camp out, we have pallets of tents ready to just pop up, right? If we think it's going to rain, a pallet of umbrellas. They always seem ready. Signs, tents, umbrellas, bricks, sticks, you name it. It's always ready. And we know we have always been attacked. We've always been attacked because of, we're told that they don't bust them in. They're not paid protesters. But the other day, President Trump held a roundtable of independent reporters. Now, what I liked about this roundtable is I learned of the Darien Gap from an independent reporter. I learned of they forced media to have to talk about it because I learned of the border crossing and so many things that happened at the border from independent reporters. A guy or gal with a backpack and an iPhone and an extra charger pack and a phone here and earbuds or whatever and a cell plan. You and I have so many videos of that. We have videos of them coming into Chicago. We have videos of Tren de Agua in Colorado. This is not your father's Buick. It's not. It's not your old Mercury. I don't know why I'm going with these references. I'll come back right now. It's not. This is not, the TV van with the satellite dish on the top. We're live on the scene. This is not nightly news. No. Boom. These are independent people that are there on the ground, right there, embedded. It's like war zone, right? When you were a kid and you were told, or Peter Arnett of CNN, over here, embedded, right? I don't know why I do this stuff, all right? But this is not Peter Arnett at CNN. This is not people hiding under a bed. This is not Bernie Shaw. No. Right? This is not the Wolf Blitz. Remember Wolf Blitz over at CNN hiding under a bed? All the above. These are kids with backpacks, and they're doing a great job. So Trump ticks off all the deep state, corporate, corrupt, mockingbird media, and he holds this roundtable. And they're letting it fly. They're telling him. So give me this one right here. This was great. Give me... Hang tight. Stay with me now. Don't everybody get all bent. Give me Nick, video 14.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah, my name's Nick Shirley. I'm 23 years old. I'm a 100% independent YouTube journalist. And over the past year or so, I've been able to go to 15 countries. I've hung out with people in the gangs of Brazil, in the favelas, in the prisons of Secot. But yet the most dangerous places I have been here in the United States, unfortunately. And I've had the opportunity to show people about the protest Antifa here in the United States, and there's nothing organic about what they are doing here in the United States. I've watched people be bussed in from states. I've watched the same lady at a protest in Atlanta be bussed to the protest in DC and then in New York City. There's nothing that is honest about what they are doing. And they have signs. I've seen the same signs here in DC and in London as well. It's a big organization and corporation that they're running. And people may wonder, like, what's the threat to us as Americans if we go? Well, you'll be labeled as a fascist, you'll be labeled as a Nazi, and they'll wish death upon you because they wish death upon me. And just last week in Portland, Oregon, I watched a lady get trapped in her car, surrounded by Antifa, and her sister messaged me after seeing the video. She said, the only reason I think my sister was safe is because you were there recording. I also was chased out by a member of Antifa who said he would smoke me, and next thing he knew, a DHS sniper had lasers on his chest. If he was not there, who knows what would have happened that day. These people are very dangerous, and people wonder how they're able to do it. It's the reason is because these cities are not enforcing the law. And why should these people be worried if the law is not being enforced? And we are not far right, nor are we far wrong. We're just right. And the truth about what's happening here in America with these groups is very dangerous. And I thank you, Mr. President, and your administration as well for acknowledging that.
Thank you very much.
It's too bad you have to go through it.
I know, it's
Thank
a
you
little
very
crazy,
much.
right, Mr. President?
Well, you're going to get to the bottom of it, so it's a very important thing you're doing. Thank you very much.
That's how we know. That's how we know. And this kid, I'll call him a kid, this kid knows, right? Very dangerous. Very dangerous. 3 stops. A woman's getting off the bus in 3 different places. He's seeing the same signs in London that he's seeing in Portland. He's getting attacked in Portland. They're threatening to smoke him, take him out in Portland, right? Now, what did the kid say? I keep calling him a kid. He's a grown man. Please, I don't want disrespect, but this young man, what did this young man say? It's because they're not following the law. Now, whether you like it or not, whether you think, hey, this is good, bad, we shouldn't have troops on the ground, it is the law. The law. And I mean, I cannot keep stressing that. And when we have Democrat mayors in sanctuary cities, and we have Democrat mayors and Democrat governors, I mean, this guy is what's pushing a civil war. This guy right here, not enforcing the law, putting people in danger. Give me video 19.
He's demented, literally, unhinged. And this is somebody who's so insecure that he lashes out pretending that he can come arrest people for no reason at all. He can't. He isn't going to do it. Taco. Trump always chickens out. What kind of a country are we living in where the President of the United States is targeting his political opponents? I mean, that is the world that we're living in now, where he is calling out. He said he was going to jail Gavin Newsom. He says he's going to jail me. He says he's going to jail the mayor of the city of Chicago. These are people who stand against him, disagree with him, speak out about it, but literally have done nothing wrong. We are doing the people's business by standing up for them.
Now they are flipping it around. They're trying to make it look like, see, they do it on purpose. This is all a setup. We want you to completely forget we created a sanctuary city. We want you to completely forget that we remodeled hotels just to put illegals in. We want you to completely forget that we got NGOs all in these sanctuary cities that brought these illegals in. We want you to forget that. We want you to forget why ICE is here in the first place. We want to flip it around and make you insensitive, you bad people. Now, Pritzker should go to jail. Yes, he should go to jail. The mayor should go to jail. These people should go to jail. I'm serious, because they're not enforcing the law or supporting. Now, Donald Trump, they're more interested in Letitia James this morning. They're more interested in someone from Venezuela getting a Nobel Peace Prize. They're more interested in all these other things, Marjorie Taylor Greene. But the facts is they're trying to incite a war. Now, I want you to listen to something else, because here's the turn they're making. And it's dangerous. Now, listen to Morning Joe. I know you don't like Morning Joe, but listen to video 27.
Fourth, one party overreaches, the other party wins 2 years later. That party overreaches, the other party wins 2 years later. On immigration, Gallup is reporting a record high 79% of Americans. A record high 79% of Americans say immigration is good for America. By the way, that's the Ronald Reagan position. Reagan was one of the biggest advocates for immigration. That number has skyrocketed straight up over the past 6 months. Gallup says this is the highest number ever recorded in American history. Why? Because people are seeing moms being dragged out of cars as they're taking their children to school. They're seeing veterans having to escort their mother to a hearing because they don't they want something bad to happen to their mom. They're seeing these heinous pictures. And again, I just want to say again, for Republicans, if you're anti-immigration, I'll use an official NASA term, you're screwing the pooch.
Yes. You see, the manipulation of the evil, these people need to go to prison. They hate this country. They're trying to do everything to drag this country into a civil war. Did you hear that turn? Let me break that turn down. They want you to believe that immigration is great. They want you to forget, They want you to forget Magic Man. Now you see me, now you don't. They want you to forget 30 million people came across that border. They want you to forget all the polling and the reason Donald Trump was elected in this country, among many other things, was we wanted it stopped. When the border closed, we want them out of here. They're trying to do their... Did you hear him? Antifa, good. ICE, bad. Now, the federal government is just that, and federal property is protected under law. And once you have federal property that they go against, you can nationalize the National Guard, and you can protect federal property, and federal laws. ICE is federal property. These judges that are trying to do judicial tyranny to pull this country apart, Pritzker, that's trying to what he is doing and what Brandon is doing. See, they're okay. 350 people murdered in the streets of Chicago, murdered. They're okay if your child is dead with fentanyl. They're okay with that. Now, I was looking for how do I present this? Because I'm not the best sometimes. Give me video 16, Victor Davis Hanson. Give me video 16.
In 1963, George Wallace said, Alabama is a world to itself. It has unique customs and traditions and history that the federal government does not understand. So the federal government cannot come into our state and tell us that we have to give civil rights protections to African Americans who want to attend the University of Alabama. So I, Governor Wallace, will stand in the door and force people who are black out. And what happened? The Kennedy administration said, no, this is an 1861, Governor Wallace. I'm sorry. You do not have the right, moral or actual, to refuse a federal mandate. And all men are created equal, and we're going to enforce that. And so what John F. Kennedy did, and Bobby Kennedy as Attorney General, they federalized the Alabama National Guard, and they brought in U.S. troops, and they forced George Wallace to step aside and to accept people according to the laws of the United States of America. So I would like to remind the left, you're on the side of George Wallace resisting federal law, and ICE that you despise is on the right side of history trying to enforce laws that have been broken for the protection of all citizens in this United States, including those in Chicago and including those in Portland who are having their civil rights endangered if they live next to an ICE facility or if they're an ICE agent in general.
You are on the side of Wallace stopping a black student from entering the doors of the University of Alabama. That's the side they are on. Pritzker, Newsom. Now, I got one more. Like I said, let's go with this one right here, and then I want to answer a viewer. Give me video 17.
Not all Americans are Portlanders or Chicagoans, but everybody that's a citizen in Chicago and everybody who is a citizen in Portland is first and foremost a U.S. citizen. and therefore subject to the laws, the federal laws of the government first and foremost. And what these elected officials are doing and what law enforcement is doing at the municipal level is no different than what caused the Civil War. They are actively encouraging resistance and nearly armed resistance, because these officers are law enforcement to federal agents who are trying to dutifully fulfill their constitutional mandates to protect the border and ensure that people who come across do so legally. They're just fulfilling the law, federal immigration law. And yet they're being resisted by, I guess you would call it, neo-Confederates. Where is this going to lead? If it's not stopped now by mayors and governors in these blue jurisdictions, what's on the horizon is not just blockading ICE cars and not just not rendering assistance. As it gets more and more extreme, you will start to see blue mayors and city officials actually use their powers within their jurisdictions to physically stop ICE. And when we get to that point, we're really on the verge of civil insurrection.
Yes, Tucker Carlson's talking about civil war. I understand that. I got that message. Thank you. You don't want civil war. Everything was laid on Trump's desk, an absolute mess, whether you agree or disagree with the actions he's taking. And I'm just telling you right now, you don't want civil war. And this is pretty bad. And I support my president. And I want to wish everyone that was at the round table the other day, they stepped out. They are in great danger. And Nick Shirley and all of you that stepped out the other day, I wish you safety as you continue to report, because that's how we are getting the truth, is embedded citizen reporters. Take a break.
Chevrolet in Jasper. It's last call. Your last chance to save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss last call and save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Day Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. I want to, again, thank you and all my appreciation for wanting to help out. I'm going to have someone reach out to you. I'm not for sure exactly what we have to do concerning what you brought up. I'm going to have someone reach out to you this weekend, so thank you very much. That being said, because we do want the help, I'm going to move. Don't miss the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour is at 10 o'clock. Because Marjorie Taylor Greene is in the 14th Congressional District in Georgia, this does affect, she does have a primary challenger in Georgia. We do have a governor and U.S. Senate race that she has an eye on in Georgia. I'm going to move my Marjorie Taylor Greene segment to the Georgia Hour. So if you're out there nationally and you want to know what's going on with MTG, come over to the Georgia Hour. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to lay it out. It's going to be very clear. Don't go with all the national news and the people saying that President Trump is wondering what happened to MTG. Not true. 10 o'clock, the Georgia Hour will work on it. Now, Diane, I'm your host, BKP. I don't even know if I've said this. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Hi, Diane. Diane, give me 110. You know, I the last segment we did, I get so upset. Yes, Tucker Carlson's talking Civil War. I like Victor Davis Hanson. I like him. I like to listen. And as your host, I humbly say there's some things I understand what I'm bringing to you. Let me put it that way, as far as the in context and what I'm bringing. But sometimes I don't articulate, and I know brilliance is out there in areas that not my strong suit. 9-month-old shot and killed outside of a hotel. Now, this is in Cobb County. This is in Georgia, right? This is a extended stay. As a 9-month-old baby shot and killed outside of a hotel. 340 homicides in Chicago. We're sending 200 troops to Gaza. And Pritzker and I mean, this is who I am. If you don't know, this is who I am. I get very upset. Now, take that down. I want to show you a couple things here. I'm concerned about the peace deal, which I'm sure we're going to be able to talk about come Monday. There's other things. This lady right here, number 21. All right. Number 21. This was the front runner. I had video, but we don't have time. This was the front runner in California on the Democrat side for governor. And I think she is finished. Katie Porter is finished. Go look her up, right? Look her up. Now, they're losing it, number 22, over Donald Trump saying this right here. Chicago mayor should be in jail for failing to protect ICE officers. Governor Pritzker also. This is very accurate. It's very accurate. They should be in jail. George Wallace that day standing on the steps of the University of Alabama, if he would not have listen to the orders of the Alabama National Guard that had been federalized under Kennedy, the governor of Alabama would have went to jail. ICE agents need to be protected. They're the ones that set this up. I don't want to keep going into that because I told you Fridays, we're going to do something every Friday. Hamas is not into this. Give me number 30. Hamas is not into this. They're not into this. Hamas insists all factions reject plans for Tony Blair to run Gaza despite agreeing to Trump's brokered peace deal. Now, let me just throw this out at you so you can have plenty of things to study. Europe, 44, the peace deal. Wait to get there. No big hurry. The peace deal. Europeans to press for a seat on Trump's Gaza Board of Peace, right? Now that Donald Trump's peace deal has a green light, European powers want a seat at the table. As the news broke that Israel and Hamas have agreed, you've got French President Emmanuel Macron sent a rapid call out to all European allies and Arab nations to meet in Paris. These friggin' people are broke. They can't form a government. China's pumping EVs over into the UK. India's purchasing friggin' Russian oil and Chinese currency. Now, speaking of China, number 46, China is wanting to make a trade deal with the U.S., but they are holding on to all right? China threatens access to supplies vital to the most important U.S. industries. Minerals, 45, our minerals, rare earth minerals. This is the list that China has control over. They have control over this. Can't make this up. So I don't want to say it like this. I said, I'm going to guarantee that we close out every Friday with something enjoyable. Now, also, don't forget 101, the NBA. NBA right over there. Playing basketball in China. We don't have a trade deal. And we know you're there because you're the tallest guys in town. Was that wrong? Was that wrong? Should I have not said that? Give me 109, right? 109, here you go. This is grand jury indicts New York AG Letitia James. Now, I just want you to know if your wine is a little sweet. Now, I do not drink. I don't. In fact, if you're new to the program, let me just put it out there like this. If you're a first-time viewer, you remember when Rush used to call it adult beverages? Give me number 31. First of all, 31. I want you guys to be open, think, do your own research. Do your own research. Civil war threatens to tear Charlie Kirk's group apart after Candace Owens airs activists' private frustrations over Israel and sends insiders scrambling. 32. Now, I'm just saying, take all of this and study and be open. And I do want to tell you this. There's a major difference, when I say major difference, in the good man that Charlie Kirk was. There's a major difference that he was assassinated in Turning Point USA. Those are different things. You understand? Charlie Kirk being assassinated, horrific. And I really feel he was a good man. But there's a difference in Turning Point USA, the organization. Do your own research. Now, we have to get ready for the Georgia Hour. All right? We have to get ready for the Georgia Hour. Let's remind Letitia James what she put out, 41. And if your wine, now I do not drink. What did Trump, no one is above the law. Ooh, Letitia James, 2024. I remember that, Letitia, just like it was yesterday. So, what did Rush used to say? Adult beverages. Now, just so you know, 1 month before I turned 20 years old was the last time I tasted an adult beverage. Liquor, beer, seriously, champagne at a wedding, wine. I haven't had a drink since 19 years and 11 months. I've been sober. So, but I'm just saying, if your wine out there is a little, give me sweet, 83. This lady, just saying, this lady, mom charged in alleged antifreeze wine. She tried to kill her husband with some antifreeze. Just saying, just saying. Wine is not supposed to be green. It's red or white. If it has a green tint or something floating on the top, just take your... Now, This is ingenious. I started watching these. I picked one up just randomly through clips. And what they do, this is AI generated, And this one is about Kristi Noem. And what they do is they take all the adults and put them into, well, you shall see. This is about Kristi Noem. I always set these videos up. You got to watch the expressions. If you're listening, great. But if you're listening, you're going to miss it. You got to watch the expressions on the face. Friday Fun Video 5.
And then I was in Portland, went out and back on Tuesday and met with the governor, met with the mayor, met with the chief of police and the superintendent of the highway patrol. They're all lying and disingenuous and dishonest people because as soon as you leave the room, then they make the exact opposite response. So we're looking at new facilities to purchase. They're in Portland too, and we're going to double down. And I told them if they didn't meet our demands for safety and security on the streets and work with us, then we were going to bring in more federal law enforcement. So I want to thank Pete and the Department of War for all their help. They've been fantastic. But while we fight litigation and work with Pam on that, we're going to send more of our resources and men and women out there to keep everybody safe. So no worries. What we see in DC and what we see in Memphis for benefits for people in the safety and security, we'll see that in Chicago and Portland.
And the numbers in Memphis, it's only a week, but the numbers have been amazing, I understand.
That's exactly right.
The crime numbers are way down.
Fantastic, and it shows what a partnership can be between local law enforcement and the federal government. And if we have to do it the hard way in Portland and Chicago, we will. But the people demand the safety.
My lawyers are in court right now as we speak for you, arguing in Chicago and Portland to keep them safe, to bring in the guard. The government doesn't want it there, but we do. We're going to keep their citizens safe. Thanks.
The people want it. I don't understand the politics of it. I don't understand why Pritzker is trying to protect people that are really bad people.
They're more scared of the anarchists that are on the street and the politics of it than they are of doing the right thing.
I think they're afraid.
Yeah,
I think they're threatened. They don't tell us, but I think Pritzker's threatened by people. There's no other reason that this could be possible, that they don't want to have a safe Chicago. And we can solve the problem very quickly. And we're doing that anyway, regardless of if he doesn't want it or if he does want it, we're doing it anyways.
Absolutely ingenious. Something to smile about. That's what we need. At 10 o'clock on the dot, 10 o'clock on the dot, be back here. We take a little extended break here so Diane and I stretch our legs, go outside, jog around the house. I don't know what we do, but at 10 o'clock on the dot, all right, the Georgia hour. Now, if you're leaving us, you shouldn't. But if some reason you have to, but you shouldn't. Monday, I have a big surprise for you. Very big surprise Monday. God bless you. Enjoy the weekend. I don't know where you're at in the world. I don't know where you're at in the continental United States, where you're at, but it's October in North Georgia. It is beautiful. The festivals. Come and pick an apple and drink a glass of wine or whatever you do. I'll be back 10 o'clock on the dot.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your
I'm coming. I'm just trying to keep my composure on some of the things I'm about to say. Because let me tell you something. You don't attack my friends and just get away with it. Now, Kim Bunker in Pickens County that I used to talk with, I understand that she's drunk the Kool-Aid, the chair of Pickens County Republican Party in Georgia. But let me tell you something. Those people that signed that letter, let me tell you something, Dennis Futch. I have no fear of you. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how wealthy you are. I don't care how many tables you can buy at the front row. I know how much it cost you to get 28 votes. Was it 28 votes running for chairman? Right? I know the big room that you rented and a band and food and everything and had 12 people show up. And I came up there out of respect and said, hello, Dennis. Right? You keep thinking that people around the state organically like you. But maybe I should be the one break it to you. They don't. You understand? We don't need you telling us, dictating to us, smacking us like children if we say something that you don't approve of. I want to be very clear with you. You understand? You got it? Now, you may be very wealthy, and I'm not for sure. It could buy you access to certain politicians. It could buy you friendship to certain people. But I'll get into it in a minute. You can attack me all day. You can go on social media. You can call me anything you want, Dennis, anything. Go ahead and do it. But you crossed the line when you went after my friends at Pickens County Republican Party. You crossed the damn line. I've been holding my breath. You damn people keep yelling unify. You are so full of shit with your damn unify. I'm tired of it, okay? You keep saying we got to keep our sights set on, right? Now, this was a private letter that the Pickens County Republican Party officers sent the state committee. But you know what, Dennis? I'm sorry to put it like this. Money didn't buy you enough intelligence not to CC and let everybody have every damn email address of the state committee. Dennis, you know, with the damn money you have, someone should be bright enough to come in your office and teach you how to blind copy when you respond to something and not send out 159 emails addresses. But then again, the only reason you have this joke of a rural task force we see the donations you make to the Georgia Republican Party. We see the tables you buy up front. I'm just going to say, I have to tell you, this was not what I was going to do. But my friends, and I don't know if they want to accept me, and I don't know if they want to claim me, but I used to go to Pickens County Republican Party meeting every month, and I used to help them do anything I could to get Republicans elected, Dennis. I've done a lot of work to help get Republicans elected. You're no damn hero. You got it? And I want to be very clear to you, all right? Because I'm not afraid to say what everybody else is saying. They come to your parties, Dennis, and you know why. And I'm sorry to have to do this today, but I've had enough of your shit. And I had enough of you pushing your ass around like we should bow down to you. And there's some greatness that you have that we need to just gravitate and come wherever you're at because you're awesome. Well, you're not. Let me break it to you. You're not, okay? I hate to break it to you. You're not. I have to tell you, I don't even know if I should go any further with this damn show. I seen Pickens County. Somebody sent me a message this morning. It said, did you see? Go ahead and put it up, Diane. It's the Georgia Hour. If you haven't guessed by now, damn it, it's the Georgia Hour. Give me 116. Did I send it to you? I have to tell you, I get tired of this bullshit. They talk about unify. Well, you know what, Dennis? You never sent me a damn dollar for anything, so I guess I don't owe you a damn thing. Now, I'm for sure you're going to attack me. I'm for sure, right? Huh? I'm for sure you'll write something on Facebook, right? Some prophetic great thing that we all need to read, right, Dennis? If you guys are new around here, this would be Dennis Futch. This is clearly my opinion, and clearly he went after my friends. This is signed by Caroline Childers, Christopher Moore, Patrick, Jennifer, Karen, Gary, and Denise. This is 825. This was 825 to the officers and members of the Georgia Republican Party Committee. Support for immediate action. Dear Chairman, we are writing in support of recent correspondence submitting to your office regarding a serious and well-substantiated allegations including the frost. Our party foundation sets upon accountability, transparency, adherence to the rule of law. Now, they need, Dennis, maybe you should pay attention, okay? Because outside of the circle of what you purchase, we see the money, Dennis. It's public. We see what you give the Republican Party. We know why Josh returns your calls. Do you not know, Dennis, why Josh returns your calls? Do you not know why politicians return your calls, Dennis? Let me clue you in. It's not because of your charming personality. It's not because they're absolutely in love with you and they just think you're amazing. Because I have to tell you, I personally, in my opinion, Dennis, think you're flat out nothing but a jackass, a pompous jackass is what I think you are. I'm serious. I've tried to hold it for the longest time. I keep reading all these great things you're doing. We know why they show up. This got me. I have to tell me, this is what happens when you shit on my friends. It is. It is. Now, we need to clear the Republican Party. We have the PSC. We have the Senate race. We have the governor's race. We have Democrats coming after us like you would not believe. And we need to clear every single thing away from the Republican Party, right? Remember, that was your excuse for me. And we need to get it cleared out. And every Frost, if you have the name Frost in Georgia right now, you need to get away from the Republican Party. But there's a reason, some reason, the Republican Party fear, and there's some reason Dennis thinks he needs to pick up the mantle. Now, I'm not going to disrespect you, state committee members, but you need to know Dennis put all your addresses out. Oh, hell yeah. He don't know how to CC or BCC. Every one of your email addresses are out there. Oh, by the way, I have them too. So here, I don't know if you can read this because the highlight, but here's the response to this. This is a letter signed by officers of a Republican Party in Georgia. And give me 117. To my fellow members, this is from Mr. Futch. To my fellow members of the Georgia Republican Party State Committee, I've read the letter circulating from a few members up in Pickens County. Let me tell you where the hell up in Pickens County is. I'm telling you, you kiss my ass up in Pickens County. I mean, no, I've been in Pickens County for years. I love those people. I go on the way back. I don't want to mention names. I was there when Cagle, all of them were there up in Pickens County. And I have to admit, it reads like something written more for Facebook than for the serious party business. It's full of words, but not much understanding of how party actually works and how grown folks handle disputes. Well, let me tell you something. I'm a grown folk, and I think you're a jackass. That's what I think. And I think the way you talk to these people, you owe them an apology. And I think, Dennis, they have the right to share how they feel as elected officers of a GOP party that you guys continue to disrespect around the state. You continue to disrespect these people because they don't meet the standards. And you judge them and you write things about them. And then you say, they say it's about integrity, but integrity isn't about how loud you talk. I know I'm loud, Dennis, because this will surely help you with your letter you're about to write about me, right? Huh? Right? Exactly. Because I've never bought a table on the front row, and they don't return my calls, Dennis. And Josh did get rid of me because you know what? You can't find my checkbook written all over the place to all these people so I can make friends. Hell, I may have no friends, but they didn't get no money. All right? And let's be honest. All right? My daddy used to say, I don't give a damn what your daddy used to say. You can't plow straight looking backward. Well, I'm glad that you just shared those great words of wisdom with us, because you know what? You can call it 30%, right? You guys can all laugh about the convention, all laugh about it. You can make fun of it. You can send out emails about it. But guess what? I'm smart enough to know, and I may be the only one in the damn room smart enough to know that we need you and you need us to win in November. But you damn people keep shitting on the 30%, if you want to call it 30%. Just keep shitting on them, right? Just crap all over them and then say, oh, let's review the data. Why didn't we win? You know, I know we need each other. But you damn people don't, because you're so damn elite. And this is the way you treat anybody that doesn't see it, do, and act just like you, or maybe have, right, the money that you have. Good for you. God bless you. Respectfully, Dennis W. Funch, Chairman of the Rural Task voter task force. We know why you got the voter rural task force, right? It was a little charity, wasn't it, Dennis? It was a little consolation prize that you shook hands with Josh McCoon and made friends. And then if we look, we'll see the donation you gave to the Georgia Republican Party. I don't know who told you that you are our voice, but you're not. And I'm going to tell you, I'm sorry. When I seen this letter to Pickens County and I seen the names on there, no. I mean, that's what happens when you shit on my family. Diane, take a break. I got to regroup. Take a break. I'll give you the wave in when I want to come back.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he...
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching the Georgia Hour. Hi, Diane. Let me try that again. Let me try that one more time because I want it smooth. Thank you, Diane. Good morning. How are you today? I'm doing great. It's Friday. I'm just happy to be here. I'm your host, BKP, and it's time for the Georgia Hour. Yes, the Georgia Hour, brought to you by Voice of Rural America. And good morning, Diane. Now, that being said, so I want to run through briefly, all right? We have, well, I personally don't, but we have daddy issues in Georgia. We have daddy issues. We have Freedom Caucus PAC issues. We've got governor issues. We've got lieutenant governor issues. We got a little bit happening here, but I'm going to run through this quickly. Now, yesterday I told you this, and if you're new to the program, I study politics. And when I say that, keep in mind, I call it the pay attention. You are in, if you're on this program, you're probably in the pay attention circle. Okay? That's what you're probably in. Now, I study politics, so what I do is bring you things that are happening outside of that circle so you're not caught off guard. And it's not to get upset with me, and it's not that I like certain candidates. Now, here is Buddy Carter. He's running for U.S. Senate. Buddy's a wealthy man personally. He's able to support his own campaign. He has loaned himself an enormous amount of money. He's running for U.S. Senate, wanting to compete against John Ossoff. Keep in mind, in our U.S. Senate race here, President Trump has not endorsed. We have Mike Collins from the 10th Congressional District, who has stepped out to run for U.S. Senate. We've got Reagan Box that's running for U.S. Senate. We've got Brigadier General John McCollum running for U.S. Senate. And we've got Derek Dooley, Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia's campaign. Now, so stay focused on Senate for a minute. Now, Buddy Carter is doing a good job campaigning. He is burning up the shoe leather. He is the 1st District Congressman. Our group will call him a rhino. You will say things not in the positive column. But once we get out of that zone, the guy is burning up shoe leather. He's not hedging. He's not avoiding going anywhere. He's not avoiding any group. And he's putting his own money up. And I have MAGA Warrior. This is 1 week. MAGA Warrior Buddy Carter. I've got MAGA Warrior again, Buddy Carter, on the border. They're not, all right. I've got MAGA Warrior again, Buddy Carter, Protect Girls Sports. And then the big one, I think, came in yesterday, right? And paid for by Buddy Carter for Senate. I've got Trump's trusted conservative fighter. I've got the old MAGA Warrior again. Here he is again, the old MAGA Warrior. Now, the guy's doing, let's stay with the Senate for a minute. He's actually doing a good job campaigning. Now, I'm going to get out of the Senate, but yesterday, this past week, with all the fundraising, there was a lot of discussion on fundraising. He put this out. This is where we're going to transition to what I call the Georgia daddy issues. And for U.S. Senate, this is number 26. Here is 26, Buddy Carter putting his own cash up. And then he put out this. Oh, I know I have it, Diane. We'll get to it. I know I'll find this. There it is, number 23. There's Buddy Carter, number 23. Now, watch this, and then we're going to move to the governor's race. We're building a campaign the same way we always serve Georgia, through hard work. All right. He's got nearly $4 million. He's putting his own money in. But look at this sentence here. We didn't inherit anything from Daddy. Ooh, that was tough. Tough. We're earning it. Every dime, every vote. Now, what he's referring to is Mike Collins. So he's not bumping right here. And the others can keep fighting for second. We're focused on winning for Georgia. So he's taken a little bit of shot at Derek Dooley, but his real shot is at Mike Collins. See, Mike Collins, his trucking company, his inheritance from his dad, former lawmaker, his dad. This is a direct shot at Mike Collins. This is daddy issue number one. So what did I say on the show yesterday? What did I say? Okay, now that I hear you, I said, you know what? Wonder when daddy issue number 2 is going to come up. Wonder when that's going to happen. Well, it did. Interestingly, the guy did not say, quote, daddy, but while we were on the air yesterday and I was making that comment, this guy here running for governor, number 69, this guy was over at the Georgia Alliance of Community Hospitals 42nd Annual Conference, October 9th at Lake Oconee. This is Chris Carr. Chris Carr is running for governor. Now, I don't have this up here because, again, I know in our lane, many of you say negative things about Attorney General Chris Carr. But he is not just going to take Burt Jones and Burt Jones having the lieutenant governor Donald Trump's endorsement. He's going to push back. And this is the second. Now, he doesn't actually say daddy in his quote, but this is the second Georgia daddy issue in 2 days. Chris Carr, here is the actual quote yesterday morning when speaking to the Georgia Alliance of Community Hospitals. Now, they have great interest in what he's about to say, and I'll tell you why. If you honor me by allowing me to be your next governor, unlike the lieutenant governor, Burt Jones, I will promise you this. I will not change the rules or rig the system to enrich myself or my family on your backs or the backs of our fellow Georgians. Now, this room understood clearly enrich my family. They understood clearly what he meant, to the point that they applauded for him, and it was even heard several times in the room, amen. And I'll tell you why. Okay? Because this is going to come out. It's going to here is 76, right? And 76, here it is in the AJC. Chris Carr steps up criticism of Burt Jones as governor's race heats up. Number 77, right? So here you go. The feud between Attorney General Chris Carr and Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones keeps escalating, but entered the play out rather than play out on the airwaves or social media. The latest clash between the Republican rivals unfolded in more unconventional setting. All right. So this is what they're talking about. I put the quote up. Now, let me show you what they mean. And you got to go do research on this. Give me number 71. And I have brought this. You can find the property. You can find all the details on this. Lieutenant Governor Jones won't address personal benefit of new hospital regs. So it's called Certificate of Need. All right. Now, when you build a hospital, or if you want to build a hospital in the state of Georgia, you can't build one on every corner. You can't saturate. You can't have a population of 50,000 and you come to an intersection and all four corners have a hospital. That's a saturation of the market and there's not a need. So if you want to put a hospital there, you have to go through what's called and get a certificate of need for that area, that they need your hospital. They need that in order to build the hospital. Or the state will say, well, if you've got that resource and you have the backing, build a hospital here. Here's where we need them, right? But the certificate of need needed to be changed to benefit maybe the Jones family and a piece of property that they probably own that they want to sell to someone building a hospital. And I hear there's a hospital down the street. So what do you do as lieutenant governor? You get the law changed that we'll use the word could, benefit your family and enrich them. So that's when I go back to MAGA, right? And I ask my MAGA friends, and that's when I go back to MAGA and I go back to America First. He was lieutenant governor for 4 years. Well, not 4 years. Coming up on it. He is lieutenant governor. So if on this hand, let's finish this because I'll make that comment in a minute. The hospital regulation overhaul bill that passed the State House and Senate on Thursday will allow more hospitals to open in Georgia's rural counties, including in Lieutenant Governor Burt's home of Butts County. That's where Interstate Health Systems, all right, a company owned by the Lieutenant Governor's father, Bill Jones, why, hell, you say? No, tell me it's not true. A politician with a family member with a piece of property, and the law gets changed to benefit said family member for said piece of property. No, not in America. Anyhow, was granted a zoning permit in August 2023 to develop a 45-acre medical office complex. The complex would include 5 proposed structures and total 115,000 feet of space. Now, that being said, all they needed to do to complete this transaction is to change their certificate of need rules. Now, I don't dislike Burt Jones. You know that. I don't. I've been in his office. I go to his campaign. I like the guy. I didn't write these articles. So I said to myself, self, ask AI. See if AI, don't take Chris Carr's word. Don't take AJC's word. God knows, don't take, ask AI. Let's go for the trifecta. So give me number 70. So I asked AI. I said, did this happen? Here's what I got. During the 2023 legislative session, Georgia Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones advocated for a revision of the state's Certificate of Need laws that would have benefited a hospital project on land owned by his father. AI knows that. They know it. After facing scrutiny for the potential conflict of interest, Jones ultimately dropped the specific proposal. A year later, in 2024, he supported a separate, more moderate Certificate of Need reform bill that was passed and signed into law. So let's go back. Basically, Jones's dad, right? This is where our quote is, number 69. Here you go. Bada bing, bada boom. If you honor me by allowing me to be your next governor, unlike the lieutenant governor, I will promise you this. I will not change the rules or rig the system to enrich myself or my family on your backs or the backs of fellow Georgians. Daddy issue number 2 of the week. Right? So I will have to say it's very well known that Burt Jones's family is very wealthy. Nothing wrong with that. It's America. I mean, they work, they grow their company. Nothing wrong with being wealthy in America, nothing at all. But we all know they're a very wealthy family. All right. So that being said, take that down. Now, just want to let you know, this is a brief, let me just wrap this one up. This is we've talked about, I think this is what really got me upset in the first segment. This is number 64. Now, I've always supported the Freedom Caucus. I really have. Ever since Philip Singleton. Now, I was never aware. I have to tell you this. I did not look into it. I was not aware that Katie Frost is the original executive director of the Freedom Caucus. But I've always had support for them. I really started supporting the Freedom Caucus when Charlize Byrd basically took over or started running point for the Freedom Caucus, is where the Georgia State Freedom Caucus. But anyhow, they opened their own PAC. And we'll leave this here because I can't tie this in just a brief minute. We'll leave it here, but keep in mind, all right? Keep in mind that Josh McCoon, the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, and Candace Taylor, the red-lipped girl from the 1st District, and the list goes on, and all of these people did not resign from the GRA, all right, until after the convention, the Georgia Republican Party convention. It was after the convention. See, they kept, when I say they, we know a couple of them. We don't know how many, but they kept the First Liberty Building and Loan Ponzi scheme silent until after the convention, right? After the convention was over. That's when things started collapsing. So that being said, at the last GRA, and I support a lot of my good friends at the GRA, just want to say that. I love a lot of my friends there, but at the last GRA nominating convention, the Georgia Freedom Caucus was the keynote speaker, Mallory Staples. Now, they've been very closely tied, the Freedom Caucus and First Liberty, not First Liberty, I won't say it that way, but the GRA, we'll leave it there. And we know they've been close tied because they even gave back money to the receiver. So yesterday, well, I don't know that this happened, quote, yesterday, but a consent order came out against the Georgia Freedom Caucus PAC. And the PAC, they got rid of it. They got rid of the GRA PAC. They got rid of this PAC. And PACs, to me, and this is not attacking them, all these PACs are slush funds of money. Like hardworking Americans, Brian Kemp's, they're all slush funds for money. I'm trying to be rapid here. I got a couple other things. And then you got 65. It's part of the consent order. And in that, the commission adopts the foregoing finding. of facts and conclusions, blah, blah, blah. Respondent agrees to pay commission 8 late fees of $125, $1,000 civil penalty in the amount of $4,000 for violating campaign finance. Now, I will tell you this, it's in my opinion, late fees. What makes all these people think that they don't have to comply with the filing and then come out and say, oh, they're attacking us? All right. So here you go, number 66. Mallory Staples signed it on September 17th. All right. It just surfaced yesterday. And here is, you can go look at that. It's out there. All of their contributions. And this is the PAC. This is not the Freedom Caucus, but it's the Freedom PAC. Freedom Caucus PAC in Georgia. 68. Here is where they refunded Hayes, the receiver. This is where they sent him $44,000, $44,050 of contributions. So this will unravel. This will unravel. All right. And that's why if you want to tie the front, give me number 4. I mean, I made some comments because Pickens County Republican Party, let me show you this. Pickens County Republican Party sent a letter, and there's a lot of people that want anything to do with the Frost family, First Liberty Building and Loan. Let me remind you, they want to distance themselves as far away as they can from none other than number 81, the albino rhino. I want to go back to this one. They want to get away from the albino rhino, Brant Frost IV, Krista Frost, Katie Frost, anything Frost. They want to get away from is all they want. And here you go back to number 4, Dennis Futch there, the guy in the glasses and the dark sport coat next to his latest purchase. That's my opinion. I call him Josh McCoon. His latest purchase. That's what I think. Georgia Republican Party chairman and one of their high dollar donors. So it's just a way I referred to it, is, just a way, nothing big. I don't know that a purchase was exactly made per se, but just bada bing, bada boom. Now, that being said, in Michael Watley, Dennis attacked the Pickens County Republican Party. They want the Frost out. All right. They want them out. And we'll just remind you, number 10, it was 2018. They're all tied at the hip. Now, Dennis Futch comes out because he thinks he's some authority. I don't know what authority. Did they have a meeting and they put a crown on him and walk around him and say, you now have the blessed authority? I don't know. But I will say this, Brant Frost, Krista, Josh McCoon, 2018, when he ran for Secretary of State, he got a little money from the Frost family. So that being said, now, we have that. One more note on governor. I'm going to give you this. This guy is dropping these. I mean, he's at 7 o'clock. I'm getting notifications. He's dropping 6 or 7. I've not read all these. Take that down. Now, give me number 79. I have not read every one of these, but I will say this. I will say this. I've not read all these, but this is where I don't know currently. I want to be careful because all these attorneys are standing by. I don't know currently, but this is part of a file that claims Brandon Phillips was registered to vote here at this location where nobody lived. And he voted there, and he is the chief of staff for Mike Collins. He's the campaign. He's helping in the campaign of Greg Dolezal for lieutenant governor, and he's also helping with Mike Collins' campaign while working as chief of staff. This is an open case. This picture is in Scott Howard's Substack. Now, I am subscriber to multiple Substacks that drop all the time. Some great people. But Scott's dropping so many. Now, I want to say this about his Substack. Go over there and read them. Do your own research and make your own decisions. And I say that in all due respect, because I'm not here endorsing in any way whatsoever. And I'll look at the camera. This is not an advertisement. I do not get one penny to say go read Scott Howard's Substacks. But there's a hell of some great titles that want you to go down through there and see what he has to say. I'm doing it. That's all I'm saying. So this is one of the pictures. Now, governor's race. Let me double back on something on the governor's race in Georgia. Don't forget, do not forget, Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia, current governor of Georgia, he knows when he takes a picture. And here's what I'm about to say. He knows when he takes a picture who he's standing next to. He knows when he takes a picture. Yeah, you know, it's that old saying, what is it? A picture's worth 1,000 words. And trust me, this one is. Give me number 80. Now, there was an event last weekend at Rhine, Georgia. Let's see, that guy's name is what? Clark Dean. That's his name, Clark Dean. And he took a picture with Brian Kemp. Do you think Brian Kemp walked up to him unknowing? Oh, gosh, I got to slow down. Do you think Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia, walked up for him not aware, we'll go with that one, who he may be? No. Clark Dean is running for governor of Georgia. He's running for governor. Independent businessman down in Atlanta. He's running for governor. Now, if I was going to stay neutral, Brian Kemp, I'd stay away from Burt Jones. I would stay away from Chris Carr. I would stay away from Clark Dean. I'd stay away. I just say, look, guys, I can't take a picture. I don't want it misunderstood. Because that's what someone said. Oh, you're misunderstanding the governor. He doesn't mean anything by this. Okay. Well, then if I'm misunderstanding it, maybe others out there are misunderstanding it. Now, I think MTG may get in. I'm betting the governor's race. Give me number 17. I'm thinking the governor's race. I really am, right? Here's MTG with the president. Now, Buddy Carter running for Senate. Now, I don't know if she wants to get in the Senate race. She may. She may like Washington, D.C., but she may like the governor's mansion. Now, Buddy Carter is not endorsed by President Donald Trump. But Buddy Carter has plenty of pictures with him and President Donald Trump that he can put them on a mailer. How many pictures do you think Marjorie Taylor Greene has of her and Donald Trump? Now, Burt Jones is endorsed by President Donald Trump for governor of Georgia. And there's a difference in being Donald J. Trump and being endorsed by Donald J. Trump. Just because you're endorsed doesn't mean you don't have to do the work. The work. Right? She will do the work. Not that Burt won't, but we'll see. Now, let's match. He says he's endorsed, but let's match shout outs. I bet you if you went through all of the audio throughout the country and got every shout out to Burt Jones, there would be as many, if not more, shout outs to Burt Jones' dad. Yes, dad, as well as Burt. Okay? We're just analyzing it. But then if you go and get pictures of the president, well, that's not fair. He wasn't always around. I get it. We're talking politics. If you go and get pictures of Burt and the president, okay, so you got shout outs and pictures. Now, MTG, shout outs. Do you realize how many posts this woman could put out running for office where President Trump does one of those? Marjorie, don't you love her? God, there's nothing like Marjorie. Marjorie, isn't she the best? I mean, she is MAGA when you, right? Marjorie's got them stacked up. If she starts going through every one of the rallies and every picture, see, she wouldn't have a still picture where she lined up. Oh, by the way, Dennis, I've never paid. I got to give this is a break. This is to Dennis Futch directly. Dennis, I have never purchased a seat, never purchased a VIP room, never purchased anything that come with a picture of the President of the United States. I've never done that. And I don't have a picture of myself and President Trump. I know you have a couple. Maybe it came with the meal package. So moving right along, Marjorie is not going to have a still picture of her and Donald Trump. She's going to have them all over the country. Now, I just say that for a reason. I think when it comes to the endorsement, if she wants to run for governor, I think when it comes to the endorsement, she is going to, remember, let's play some MTG. Are you down with MTG? Let's see. Let's go with, I don't want Morning Joe. Remember yesterday, what did I tell you on this program yesterday? I told you yesterday, this woman, and I couldn't believe she put this clip out because I didn't hear this clip until yesterday afternoon. Yesterday on this show, I told you, this woman, she went to every rally. She wore the red hat. She did everything. And it wasn't till he actually got the nomination at the convention where she started getting pushed out the door, right? So give me video. Where's it at? I had it a minute ago. Video 18.
You've been such a close ally of the president's. Are you worried about being on the opposite side of him on some of these issues?
I've supported the president for the longest time. I was one of the only Republicans in Washington that did not turn my back on him after January 6th. I traveled the country spending millions of my own dollars supporting Donald Trump, helping him get elected. And I think I'm still supporting him now by saying Republicans in the House and Senate need to do their job and come up with a solution for the American people. And I'm supporting him with my policies. Being against the Ukraine war, he was saying he wanted to end that war from day one. Being against foreign wars, he's always said he's against foreign wars. So a lot of my stances actually support the president a lot more than perhaps maybe some people on his own White House staff and a lot of these Republicans that just put their MAGA hats on literally a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder, do you think that he's maybe straying from some of those MAGA principles that you're fighting for?
I've never speak on behalf of the president, but I don't think he's always getting the best advice.
From his staff?
Possibly, yeah.
This is not, don't misunderstand, this is not BKP. Wow, do you like MTG? No, that's not what, this is just studying politics. I think there's something going on here. She is a Morning Joe darling. She is an NBC darling. She is a CNN. Now let's run. Give me video 6.
Are you concerned about the cost of living? Are you
Very.
that the President Trump said he would lower?
The inflation crushed people in the past 4.5 years, and the costs have not come down. I myself can tell you my apartment here in Washington, D.C., the electricity bill is $100 more than it was last year, because you can look at your own bill and look at costs. Prices have not come down. That is a reality. People's wages have not gone up. That's another reality. And so Americans are continuing to have a very difficult time getting by. And I'll go a step further. I'm a mom. And so when it comes to what is affecting my adult children's lives, who are 22, 26, and 28, I'm going to be 1,000% fighting for them over any politician and any party. And I can tell you right now, that generation, they are barely making it, and they're very hopeless for their future.
So you're a mom first, a politician second.
That's right. I'm a mom first.
That's good to hear.
So let's break this down. Cost of living has not gone down, right? I want peace in Israel and the Middle East. I want the Ukraine war to end. I do. But I have to tell you, toilet tissue, the price of beef, coffee, my car insurance, my homeowner's insurance, my property tax. She went to electric bills, very sharp, threw in electric bills. What do electric bills affect? They affect you and I. Now, billionaires, it's okay. Billionaires and mega millionaires that have somebody assigned to pay their bills. Nobody ever calls and says, sir, the electric bill went from $1,100 to $1,400. Nobody says anything. You just pay it. But you know what? The old-fashioned dad, in the real world, you get the electric bill, dad starts yelling, damn it, who the hell left the electricity on? Do you think we own an electric company? You think money grows on trees? We should be going, turn the damn lights off when you come out of that room. I can't pay the electric bill now. Real world. She went there. Wages? Oh, she went mom. I'm telling you, something's up. She went mom. She went no party. She's playing neutral. She's crossing all the lines. And people in that age group, they're barely making it. Give me video 7.
I've been vocal saying, you can use the nuclear option in the Senate. This doesn't have to be a shutdown. But what we have to do is we have to work for the American people. And our country is so divided right now. We see it all the time in every single way. It's divided in what I would say very dangerous ways. And we saw that with the recent assassination of Charlie Kirk, which has upset so many people across the board. And look, when it comes to hearing from senior citizens or my own friends and neighbors and my own family members and people that voted for me, and they're just saying, Marjorie, we just really want somebody to do something about health insurance premiums. We really want our government and our leaders to actually focus on our country for a change and fix our problems. That is the message I constantly hear from my district, and I'm a representative. I don't have to be a cheerleader for my party. I have to represent my district because those are the people that hired me and sent me here. And I agree with them, and I'm pretty much over it's just drama constantly on TV. No offense, because you guys are on television, but that's all that we see in American politics now.
She would not go on CNN. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, if she would have been sitting at that CNN desk, they would have asked her about her QAnon post. They would ask her about Jewish space lasers. They would ask her if they landed on the moon. They would ask her if the earth was flat. They would ask her if there were UFOs. I mean, on and on and on. But now look at that. She got her own CNN cup. Wolf Blitzer. I mean, now, what did she do? Nuke option. They could do that. They could do that. We're divided. Huh. I mean, these are all, whoever is doing her writing is sending subliminal messages. I'm serious. Seniors, health insurance, America first. I'm not a cheerleader. Okay, seniors, health insurance. I get it. Something's going on. That's right. Now, let me go with another one. Let's go with how Morning Joe. Let's talk about video 21.
Their job is, they have a job, right?
That's
they're
right.
in control.
They need
They're
to do
supposed
it.
to help
Yeah.
their constituents, and they're not doing their job, and that they can't just hope that people won't notice.
Well, Brez, one of the reasons why Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing what she's doing, first of all, is she raises a lot of money from smaller donors, and so she doesn't have to worry so much. And also, she's sort of out MAGA-ing the MAGA crowd, right? I mean, she's actually fighting for, her argument would be, and I know her district very well, she's fighting for working class voters in her district. She's fighting for Trump voters who depend on, again, a lot of this health care that has been stripped away, so Republicans can get $1 trillion in tax cuts to the likes of Mark Zuckerberg. So talk about how when one member does it and does it.
Huh. Wow. She's out MAGA. Out MAGA. Now, let me remind you of something. She's crossing every divide in the state of Georgia. I don't think she's going to run for U.S. Senate. And I don't think it's too late for her to get into the race. I think she might be lining up for governor. I think. And I have to tell you, for anyone that thinks it's too late for her to get in, that's crazy. You get in a race early to help build name recognition. Not even Burt Jones has the biggest name recognition. Not even Chris Carr has, even Brad Raffensperger probably has the largest name recognition. I don't want to use the word best and Raffensperger in the same sentence, but she doesn't have to do that. I mean, she says, I'm in, bam, the lights are on. Everybody knows MTG. Now, and she can start rolling out her Trump. Now, let's go with this one. Video 20, the Epstein tapes. Video 20.
District when you do this to fight for your constituents over Washington. And also, again, the Epstein files. She's out there on the Epstein files as well. Talk about how this suddenly puts her in a position where other members are looking, going, this is not hurting her at all. In fact, maybe telling the truth about these healthcare cuts to our constituents might be a good thing for us.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Joe. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene, when she made her announcement that she supported, an extension of the Obamacare, she cited her own kids. Whenever I think she has like a 26-year-old daughter saying her healthcare premiums are going to soar. There was a big story yesterday in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution talking about in Georgia, where Marjorie Taylor Greene's district is, these premiums, the silver Obamacare plans, they're going to soar in prices. Like a family making under $80,000 a year is going to pay a lot more. Now, also remember, there's a huge Senate race in Georgia next year. John Ossoff is voting with the Democrats on this, even though he's in a swing state that Trump won. He feels comfortable because he thinks he's on the side of, he's got the right message here. And you're exactly right. Marjorie Taylor Greene she's got the two issues. She's got the Epstein files because Johnson has kept the House out and he won't swear in the new member from Arizona, Adelita Rahaba. They can't get the Epstein discharge petition. They can't get a floor vote on Epstein, releasing the Epstein files. And then second, like this populist issue, Greene's making an appeal to Trump here. Trump is the key to this, and I stay on this, and we've been staying on this. Trump is the key to this because she's making a populist appeal to a populist populist president and, saying that the Republican leadership is not listening. Mr. President, you got to listen.
And
Right? Mm-hmm. Just saying. Now, Epstein files. Here's what I want to show you. We're getting ready to get out. I'm running a little long, but here's what I want to show you. And then I've got a statement to close. ABC. I don't want you to think it's just CNN. It's not just CNN, right? It's not just MSNBC. ABC, video 25, ABC.
But Johnson is saying only Democrats can end the shutdown.
Chuck Schumer and the Democrats are preventing your family from getting the care they need, not Republicans, and my heart goes out to you.
Meanwhile, Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene admits her own party could end the shutdown.
I'm a representative. I don't have to be a cheerleader for my party. We control the House. We control the Senate. We have the White House. I've been vocal saying, you can use the nuclear option in the Senate. This doesn't have to be a shutdown.
It comes as airports across.
Doesn't have to be a shutdown, right? Let's go ahead and do it. Now, I want to show you this one for the last one. This is the one I want to show you. It's Atlanta News First. Now, Atlanta News First is ANF, and this is at 4:30 in the morning. Everyone is running MTG. So give me video 24.
Into next week as the Senate adjourned after failing to take a seventh consecutive vote on a funding bill.
Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene had some harsh words after last night's failed vote, blaming Republican leaders, her own party, for the shutdown.
Look, as a member of Congress, we already have a low enough job approval rating. This shutdown is just going to drive everybody's approval rating that much lower.
But so you're putting the blame on the leadership of your party.
Absolutely. We control the House. We control the Senate. We have the White House.
Well, senators will return to the Capitol on Tuesday.
The main event at this weekend.
Atlanta News First. Diane, I want to run video 12. I'm getting ready to get out. I'm sorry to hold you up, but run video 12 for me. I think it's one I don't want to leave without running. Run that one for me.
But as far as issues that concern all of us, whether we're Democrats or Republicans, people right now are looking at everything through their wallet and their bank account, and they're going, the price of food has not gone down. They're saying rent has not gone down. Houses are still unaffordable. And now health insurance premiums are going to hike, whether you're on the ACA or having private insurance as well. They're literally going to go up for everyone. And I don't really care about the drama up here. I could care less. I really think we got to fix this issue.
Wow, they're not asking her. All right, I don't know if this is the same one, Diane. This may be a duplicate. Give me video 4. If I feel this is a duplicate, I'll get rid of it. Okay, give me video 4.
I've been vocal saying, you can use the nuclear option in the Senate. This doesn't have to be a shutdown. But what we have to do is we have to work for the American people. And our country is so divided right now. We see it all the time in every single way. It's divided in what I would say very dangerous ways. And we saw that with the recent assassination of Charlie Kirk, which has upset so.
I was looking for a different one and I don't have it, where she talks about seating. She talks about seating the Arizona. Marjorie Taylor Greene has even come out and said, the representative that won in Arizona, that they're going to get the 218 and they're going to get the discharge letter that they need the 218. And Marjorie Taylor Greene's pushing Mike Johnson to seat the Arizona Democrat representative that he won't swear in. And she said sooner or later, they're going to get the 218 for the discharge letter. Now, the reason I want to wrap this up, 57. 57. What's going on with Marjorie Taylor Greene? That's the question. I'm paying attention that she's crossing every line. I'm paying attention that she's on Jimmy Kimmel. She's on CNN. She's on MSNBC. They love her everywhere. They love her at the AJC. And she's touching on kitchen table issues. Now, I do not think she's doing this so she could keep her seat in the 14th district. I just want to be clear. Marjorie Taylor Greene has an opponent in the 14th district, but Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'm pretty sure she's safe in the 14th district and she could be a member of Congress. But you know what? She doesn't want to be a member of Congress in the minority, if that happens, on the Republican side. I think she'd like to be a woman governor of Georgia. Because, see, don't forget what she put out. Number 3. Why do we circle all the way back? Circle all the way back. Number 3. The good old boys, Republicans, have been in control of Georgia for 20 years. It's unacceptable. It's appalling. Our education and our taxes are insane. High taxes like we're governed by Democrats. Republicans never govern like they campaign. There's my segment. I think the lady is going to run for something else. This was not an endorsement of her in any way whatsoever. There's a lieutenant governor, Democrat, that actually put out a video I like. I don't like him, but I thought this guy that's running for lieutenant governor as a Democrat in Georgia, I thought this was catchy. I thought it was pretty good. Video, pay close attention. Video 15.
My guy, lieutenant governor, is the second highest job in the state of Georgia. Like, if something happens to the governor, bro, they become governor and they preside over the Senate. Like, are you hearing what I'm saying?
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
I'm sorry. Can I just get a large Frosty?
TikTok campaigning in 15 seconds or less. I thought it was pretty catchy. I thought I was impressed. Not that I support this guy or this Democrat, but I thought it was pretty catchy. Before we close, all right, let me say this. %, and some argue with me on that, but let's not have this argument. 30% of the state of Georgia Republican Party. The Republican Party has about, I'm going to say, 4 different lanes in Georgia. 30% is in a single lane. They want paper ballots, fiscal responsibility, lower taxes. They're true conservatives. You know, I'm just going to leave it there with the list. But that is a solid lane. And, you know, we know that it takes all the lanes to merge into one for the general election for us to stand a chance to win as Republicans in Georgia. We need to win the PSC race, both of them. We need to turn around and get rid of John Ossoff. We need to retain the governor's mansion and the other Republican seats. We have to. But see, you cannot keep stepping on the 30% as though they don't exist. You can't keep talking down to the 30%. You can't keep preaching to the 30%. And then feel that your side is unified and you don't need this side. Because I look in the camera. I work every single day to get Republicans elected in any way I can to be helpful with any party. And I have a passion for the rural Republican parties of Georgia. I'm for sure Dennis Futch will come after me. I'm for sure of that. And I'm okay with that. I mean, people have written letters and falsified stuff and sent nasty stuff. They've done everything they can. But guess what? No matter what you do, no matter how nasty you get, no matter how ugly you are about me, my family, all the things that have been done and will be done, I will see you Monday morning at 8 a.m. And you won't deter me from doing the right thing and loving my country and protecting my friends in any way I have to. I got a big surprise Monday morning. I'll be back at 8 a.m. You have a great weekend. Thank you. Enjoy yourself.